it's the Mr. G Monkey, and as you can see, I have new quality. Yeah, I went out and got an acekard and got Pokemon Black, and so beat the game and did all this. So here we go. It's actually a UU match against some person I forget, and so sorry. So, anyways, I lead off with my choice Scarf Victini. He leaves off with the Suicune. I forget what I was predicting to come in, but it doesn't really matter. So, anyways, so I basically went for the Fusion Bolt to see, just kind of see what he was gonna want to do, or see like what kind of Suicune he was, see if he could take air. Maybe it was a 2-hit KO. I don't really remember. But he hits me with the Surf, and luckily I do live it. But now he switches out and he goes into a Flygon. Good prediction on his part, seeing how I was kind of just going to go for the Fusion Ball anyways. So anyways, now I'm just going to leave in my Victini just kind of as Death Fodder, and made something else pop up, my bad. But he goes for the quick Dragon Claw, and it's like no big deal, knowing how I'm just going to get knocked out. So his Dragon Claw eventually takes me out, and I bring out my Suicune, kind of see if you want to stay in, or if anything. I am just a Suicune, so you know what I'm going to do. So he decides to switch out, and he switches out into his own Suicune, predicting some type of ice move, or possibly a water move, or whatever I planned on doing. But I indeed go for the Calm Mind, predicting a switch. So I guess that was a good prediction on my part, but I don't really know. So eventually, he's just going to hit me with a hidden power, and I believe that hidden power is grass. And for some reason, I was thinking maybe mine had hidden power grass, but I couldn't remember, so I was like, shit. So I was like, okay, so, wow, that did a ton. And it turns out he got a critical hit, so I'm like, so maybe I am going to be able to live one more. So I decided to hit him with a Hydro Pump, just see how much it was going to do, maybe it would 2-hit KO him, and I was like, fuck, it's not really a 2-hit KO. And so pretty much I'm just looking at this going like, fuck, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die right now. So he's just going to use a hidden power, grass, and for some odd reason I was like, screw it, I don't care what type I am. Hopefully I'll live, and I do end up living. So that's freaking awesome. So I go ahead and go for my hidden power. For some weird reason I thought it was fire, but it actually turns out to be grass, which is fucking good for me, because it pretty much takes out a Suicune, and that was a really big threat against my team. So yeah, I'm glad I got that out of the way. So now I'm pretty much just going to leave my Suicune out here to die. So he's going to bring back in his Flygon, but I had no idea why he was going to do that. Maybe particularly he was faster or something, but I am actually going to be able to get Ice Beam off, and Calm Mind +1 or 2 or whatever Ice Beam from a Suicune. There's no fucking way a fucking Flygon's going to be able to fucking survive that shit. I mean, you just got stroked. So anyway, so now Suicune's already taken out 2 major threats to my team, so friggin' Suicune's doing work. So anyways, he decides to bring his Heracross just kind of as a revenge killer. And so I go for the Ice Beam. I am actually faster. So he's just going to finish me off. But I actually avoid the freaking Mega Horn. Man, this kid, that sucks for you, dude. But it's whatever. So I decided to go for the Ice Beam just to try to get off more damage. Hopefully fishing for a freeze hack, but it doesn't happen. So he's just going to finish me off with the Mega Horn on this time. And so now I'm kind of like, okay, what do I want to bring in on a Heracross? So I was like, So I guess I'll bring out my Zapdos. But in case you're not really paying attention, just so you don't know this isn't really a Zapdos. This actually happens to be a Zoroark disguised as a Zapdos, because I'm fucking sneaky like that. So anyway, so I was just praying they didn't have the flame body or anything. So I'm like, oh god. So right now he's probably thinking like, his Zapdos flamethrower, that's nothing. But I do actually have the Sucker Punch, and I know with Life Orb and being super effective and me having max attack, it is going to be able to take out that Chandelure. Even though his flame body does activate and I do get the burn, Chandelure was also a huge threat against my team. So I was just kind of happy for that, just for that even happening. So now I'm getting burn damage, and he took a while to figure out what he wants to go into. And he actually goes into his Heracross. Hopefully, I have no idea. Possibly for like a safe switch or to see what I want to do. But I go for the flamethrower, and it takes out his Heracross. So right now I'm up like 5 to 3 or something. So I was doing really good in this battle. I was predicting really nicely. And I don't know if my opponent just wasn't in the game or anything, but it doesn't matter. So he brings out his Darmanitan, and I'm kind of like, I know he's just going to try to take me out. So I'm just going to go for the Sucker Punch to try to get a little damage I can on him before he eventually takes me out with his Flare Blitz. Now, this Flare Blitz is, it's coming from a Darmanitan. Not a whole lot of things can take that. So, yeah, so now he realizes that it was disguised as my Zoroark, and he was like, damn, I had no idea. And I was like, yeah, good job, kid. But anyways, so now he's getting hit with recoil, and that actually does a lot with recoil. And now I see he has a leftover, so I know he's not choiced. He must be some type of defensive Darmanitan, but I don't see why he would be doing that. I personally run whatever, freaking whatever. I forget what it's called. But anyway, so I just hit him with a Thunderbolt. Hopefully it was going to take him out, but I know I can live a Flare Blitz as long as... See now that it's Choice Band. Yeah, Choice Band. Seeing that it's not Choice Band, I know I am going to be able to live with just a respectable amount of health. And so I actually do live, and he's going to take himself out due to recoil. And so now this next Pokemon he brings in, I believe, is his last. It has to be his last. So anyway, so I get my leftovers. I'm kind of looking good. Yep, his Rhyperior is his last Pokemon. And so I know I'm not going to want to switch out just in case he sets up Stealth Rock. So I decided just to go for a Toxic, just because those things are really defensive and it'd be like a really big drag to deal with. And I kind of want to just Toxic it so I can get some damage off on it, because, yeah, very defensive and very high HP. So he finishes off my Zapdos with a Crunch, and that's no big deal. So he's getting hurt by poison, so I decided to bring in my defensive wall, my Tangrowth, probably one of my favorite Pokemon. So I decided to go for the Power Whip. Hopefully it was going to kill. I was like, come on. And then I was like, so close. But now seeing now how, like, much that did, he's going to get taken out by poison. So he's going to hit me with the Crunch, and it's going to drop my special defense, but it isn't going to matter, seeing how I pretty much have this game in the hand. He doesn't have anything else on his team, and this is pretty much it. So now Poison's just going to do his damage and takes him out, and yep, that was pretty much the battle. So comment, like, subscribe, or whatever, and see you later.